Ladies and gentlemen, the UAAP and ABS-CBN Sports present Episode 4 of the greatest rivalry ever in Philippine sports. Welcome to game number 2 of the best-of-3 series in your Season 71 UAAP, the finals. First, the starting 5 of the quintet trying to stay alive and send the championship series to a deciding rubber match this Sunday. Here's the reigning, defending UAAP champions, the DLSU Green Archers. At forward, number 8, Bater Malaves. Power forward, number 19, James Maras. Center, number 15, Ferdinand. Point guard, number 7, Simon Atkins. And at shooting guard, a member of the mythical 5, number 6, J.B. Casio. The head coach of the Green Archers, Franz Buenafe. And now, celebrating its sesquicentennial 150th anniversary next year. Here's the squad gunning for their second crown in 6 years today, the Ateneo Blue Eagles. At forward, a member of the all-rookie team and the rookie of the year. At forward, Buenafe. Power forward, number 16, Mike Baldos. At center, number 19, the MVP, Rabeh Al-husseini. Point guard, number 5, the dynamite, Reyes. And it's shooting guard, number 17, a member
of the starting 5s, your clear men starting 5 on your screens. Things to remember: 2006, Ateneo was ahead 1-0 against the USD Growling Tigers, and they lost that series still as USD came back, so it is possible. Although the Game 1 winner has gone on to win the title 10 out of 14 times, and 7 out of those 14 times, that Game 1 winner went on to sweep the series.
Absolutely, and out of those 4 times that the team that lost Game 1 to come back, 3 times was USD and 1 was Salle.
Only 4 out of 14 times have teams lost Game 1 have gone on to win the title, as DJ just mentioned. And here we go. Game number 2 of the finals between Ateneo and LaSalle. It's on your way. Malaves free from the 14-footer. And they draw first blood here in game number 2. We're happy to have you with us. Go ahead, DJ.
You saw that play develop, nice patience, nice spacing for LaSalle, and they wanted to go to Ferdinand at the post. He sealed off against Rabeh Al-husseini, but there was just so much pressure on the ball that Malaves couldn't make the pass. Quick foul here called on Chris Chu, similar to the fouls that he was called on in game 1, pushing off against the sticky defense on him this time. It was Simon Atkins who was all over Chris Chu.
Chris Chu not really contributing a lot in game number 1. We'll talk more about that, but he doesn't mind because they came up with a win. Let's go first to Sharon Yu from DLSU. Sharon, go ahead.
I'm telling you, the season begins today. Now on to our defensive plays. When our target player gets the ball, the rest should continue moving and not give screens in shorts. Don't just stand there and watch. Move. Now, apart from the technical reminders move, it was also said at the dugout that right now, strategies to make us pull away today. So to all Italians watching, together with the team, Lim Eng Beng, Congressman Pentavella, and Brother Armin, we say, surrender, no way, boom.
Samson courtside update courtesy of Sharon Yu. As we mentioned, LaSalle is going to come out swinging. No tomorrow for them, and boy, the slamma jamma by Ferdinand off the second turnover of Ateneo already, almost the third. It is the third. It is officially the third
Shot
turnover.
clock violation.
LaSalle's defense here in the start of the game is awesome. Denying the passing lanes, denying the post entry pass to Rabeh Al-husseini, even the passes at the top of the key, which was stolen by Ferdinand and brought all the way home for a flush.
Courtesy of a Petron fast break, but John Extra led an extra mile play. He was warned for that though by the referee right now.
So you can't, so you're not allowed to taunt the players. You're also not allowed to taunt the crowd, apparently.
You know, emotions are very high, obviously, here in this setting of game number 2 of the finals. As we bring in Cami De Jesus this time from the Ateneo side. Go ahead.
Forget about the wins over the elimination rounds. Forget about the win last Sunday. Forget about the awards earlier, because today is about putting a halt to the doubt and winning the championships for season 71. During the last week, the Blue Eagles were put in a closed-door training to emphasize the focus the team needs for today's game. Coach Norman just emphasized 2 stand points, 2 A's actually. Anticipate and adjust to the needs of the game, and anticipate what the opponents are setting up. Boom, I'm sure everyone's just curious about the black shirts with the number 24. It's the Blue Eagles' way of showing the entire world how proud they are of their very own coach, Norman Black,
who is looking for his very first title for Ateneo. Came in as a consultant. Sandy Arispacuchaga was coaching, took over the next year, brought the team to the finals, but failed against USD. Now they have the foot wedged into that door, but it's not over, especially with a team like LaSalle, who has made winning championships a habit here in the UAAP.
And if there's any team who knows how to win with their backs against the wall, it's the LaSalle Green Archers.
8 minutes to play here in the first. Here comes that press once again, and they break it easily, courtesy of Baldos.
Whoops.
And a 4th turnover for Ateneo.
Really bad lead pass there by Chris Chu. Way ahead of Ryan Buenafe. Even if Buenafe sprinted with all his might, he would not get anywhere near that pass. And Ateneo, they're breaking it at past half court. That's a good step 1 for Ateneo. But once they get there, LaSalle's defense continues on with the pressure, denying the ball.
Coach Norman Black is complaining that Coach Brad Vermanen is already
On the floor, talking to his players.
This is actually the biggest lead of DLSU in the finals. Previous was the 29-26 second quarter lead in game 1. Go ahead.
This is a factor. I can understand Coach Norman's point, because with this crowd and with this noise, it's so hard to communicate with your players on the floor. If you're going to follow the rules of staying behind that sideline. But if you get to go on the court, of course, you can just whisper or shout right into their ears. It's much more easy to communicate. So I guess Coach Norman is complaining, what do we have the sidelines for if they're not going to be followed? And there's a technical foul here called. We're trying to figure out.
Ryan Buenafe.
On Buenafe.
Apparently, yes.
All right. We're complaining? Well, he didn't do anything in sports tonight, so I guess it's complaining on the last couple of plays.
And that is a personal foul, just in case you're wondering, as J.V. Castro puts his name on the board with those 2 free throws. So under 8 minutes to play. This is a very noisy Araneta Coliseum. Full of emotion, full of drama, and a foul called on an Ateneo. And Coach Norman, through his ID, he is irate.
That is the second personal foul on Rabeh Al-husseini, away from the ball. The first one, apparently we thought that foul was in Chris Chu in that first play of the game.
Our apologies. So
it wasn't Rabeh. As an offensive foul at the post now, sealing off defensively, battling at the post, he was called for his second quick foul.
So the MVP will have to ride the bench for this whole of first half, because that's what Coach Norman does, unless he changes his system here in game number 2. So Nonoy Baclao has come on with 7:30 to play. So much has happened already in the first couple of minutes here in game number 2. Buenafe, the rookie of the year. Jai loses it. 7 of the 24. Ateneo recovers. Baclao puts up the 3, and he gets it to go.
No real need to panic there with 7 seconds still on the shot clock, but Nonoy Baclao, hey, he's hit a couple of those before.
Yeah, he's hit 3. Well, actually, he's hit 2. So he is 3 out of 4 from that area. Atkins puts it in. Simon Atkins able to get it up and in.
And immediately in the face of Chris Chu with a wry smile.
You know, a lot of the LaSallians in game number 1, what I talked to after that finals game, DJ, commented on the lack of swagger that they had. It doesn't have to be a taunting kind of swagger, but the lack of swagger that is characteristic of a LaSalle team all these years. As we look at this Accenture high-performance shot, high-performance delivered. What is your take on that comment?
And that's pretty much what what Senator Freddie Webb said. They lack the animal spirit.
Okay.
And yeah, we saw that. We saw that lacking in them. I mean, you know, LaSalle has the championship experience. But not only did they not show that, they didn't show the championship heart in game number 1. Here, in the first 3.5 minutes so far, we're seeing the championship heart from LaSalle.
Let's see if they can sustain it as Malabes was bumped. No foul called, and it will be LaSalle ball still with 6:31 remaining and 11 seconds on their shot clock. The score is 8-5. The Rookie of the Year on your screens. No sign of jitters from that guy from the opening buzzer of game number 1 for Ryan Buenafe. Malabes gets away, tries to drive, denied, sends it out to Mangas. They have 6 on the 24. Mangas puts it on the floor, twirls, loses the possession, and it will be Ateneo ball.
That's the good trademark of Ateneo this year. They got to anchor in that if they want to get some things rolling here at the beginning of this game.
Jai, the double handoff, ends up with Chris Chu. Chris Chu off the glass. Oh, that's high. And that's a turnover.
Tough shot there for Chris in duress, with Ferdinand coming right at him to show some pressure defense.
2 points only for Chris Chu as 1 of 5 from the field. Didn't play that much as we look at this PS Bank assist. PS Bank, Maasan, 19 minutes sparingly was spread out all throughout that game. But again, he doesn't mind with that kind of a win that Ateneo pulled off. A defensive win in game number 1. Let's see what character comes out today. Atkins had a 3 earlier, turns the ball over. De La Salle. 5:48 remaining, 8-5 is the score. 5 turnovers for Ateneo. That is the first on LaSalle as we go into a Samsung timeout with Samsung Imagination Lives. We're back with you here at the historic Araneta Coliseum. The matchup, the Samsung matchup, well, we always love when Nonoy and Rico meet each other in any setting, whether it's finals or not. Today, Rico is not yet on the floor as Ferdinand is still on the floor. Let me correct myself, by the way. DLSU with 2 turnovers was Ateneo with 4 turnovers so far in this game. A few things to think about, DJ. DLSU undefeated this season on Thursday games. They are 5-0, and the only loss of Ateneo this season was against FEU. That was a Thursday game here at the Araneta Coliseum.
Thursday games, huh? Well, Ateneo's hoping it's a true day.
All our junkies are researching for us, making it more entertaining for everybody watching us on Studio 23, on My Sky Channel 33 for the replays, AMC Global, TFC Now, all over the Philippines. And thank you very much for checking us out as Mangas was stopped in that sequence. Chris Chu maneuvering, spinning, and rejected by Ferdinand. An emphatic stoppage by Ferdinand. Here comes Casio. Puts it up to Malabes for a 3. Rattles out. Ferdinand keeping it alive. And it's picked up by Nonoy Baclao.
Well, whatever you say, Boom, everybody from LaSalle has always been saying Ferdinand has to be a factor in the finals and in the Final Four. So far, a big dunk and a big block. He's making his presence felt.
We just passed our Gatorade halfway point of the quarter. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel with Gatorade. Baclao. And another turnover, the 5th for Ateneo. JV again. Stopped by Chris Chu. That's a great steal by Chris Chu, number 5 in that department here in the UAAP. Buenafe puts it up and in. It gives Ferdinand the major stare down.
The guy with the least hang time, the least jumping ability in the Ateneo team has some hang time here. All of 6 inches off the floor, and he got it to go.
And what am I saying again? This guy has not shown any kind of jitters. He is overflowing with confidence, but first and head and shoulders crucial stop. His mind definitely on the game, not dandruff, but head and shoulders stop dandruff from coming back. And then the finish, the extension, the hang time. He is able to put it in.
Being 3 feet below the rim. The hang time barely off the floor.
Warning.
Boy, it's a very volatile situation here, DJ. Very testy so far for both teams, for both sides of the Araneta Coliseum.
For second motion.
Malabes called for second motion, and the fans definitely getting into it right now, DJ.
It is much more intense game start than we had in game number 1. much, much more.
The Rookie of the Year. Now on the line for free throws. Does not complete the three-point play. The rookie Maui Villanueva able to pluck down the rebound. Jai Reyes called for the foul, and every foul, every turnover is cheered on by the different sides, the two sides here at the Araneta Coliseum. It is magnified 100 times today.
Not a good foul for Jai Reyes because he is the one tasked to hound JV Casio. He's got to contain his fouls, if ever, to get them up against JV Casio and not ticky-tacky fouls when you don't have the rebound anymore.
Casio's first attempt, no go. Maierhofer's in the ballgame already, together with Eric Salamat on the other side. You know, you got some star-studded junior MVPs in this game. You got Buenafe, you got Salamat, you got Casio, you got Jai Reyes. Absolutely.
His second three on that foul.
Second personal foul called on Simon Atkins, and there's blood on the forehead. Got clipped. As we look at this foul, trying to stop Ryan. There's
Actually, the chin.
Yes.
The chin of Ryan did his hip.
on court. Our smart hits the three play. Jai Reyes, LA Revilla, the rookie, also back for making his first appearance in this ball game.
Oh, look at
Hand
this.
check.
They are so tight. And that's what the fans would appreciate, consistency on both sides. If you saw the really tight calls on Rabeh Al-husseini at the post with his hands on the defense, on his guys guarding. Quick call here on PJ Barua, having just a little tight, little touch on the back of Ryan Buenafe, backing him down. No pressure on that at all. Just strict rule, no hand check.
This is almost a bench five now for LaSalle, with the exception of JV Casio. Baclao from 18. Off the back iron, the rebound going to Rico Maierhofer, his first of the ball game. 3:35 remaining, and it is 8-7 in favor of the defending champions. And that will be an offensive foul called on Rico Maierhofer, and Nonoy Baclao has just had the number so far of this native from Puerto Madera.
You look at it on your screens here, the left hand extends a bit. There you go. Although it didn't hit the hands of Baclao, it was the intention to ward off that the refs called on Maierhofer, who's really having a tough time against Baclao. You know, Baclao's not the greatest of leapers, but he just has phenomenal timing on defense.
And that wingspan doesn't hurt. He has it. 3 out of 11 from the field are the Green Archers. 3 out of 7 for Ateneo so far, and it's still 8-7 our score. The handoff to Salamat, 16 on their 24. It is Jai against the rookie LA. Jai goes for the spin. They set up Eric Salamat from the elbow, and that's a clear foul on Hiram.
All arm on that shooting arm of Eric Salamat.
Number 18, Hiram Singh, his first.
So the guards of LaSalle getting called some fouls here. Atkins has to sit with 2 fouls. And the other defensive stopper at the guard position, Hiram Singh, with a quick first foul here on the floor as he tries to guard Eric Salamat.
Breaking down that lineup, back in Austria, 2006 UAAP juniors, as you look at the MVP, Rabeh. Ryan Buenafe, MVP 2007 NCAA Juniors MVP. 2 former juniors finals MVPs, and that guy on the line, Eric Salamat. And Jai Reyes, also finals MVP in the 2004 UAAP finals. While LaSalle doesn't have any. So that's a loaded lineup. But then again, that's also what LaSalle is known for. They don't really get a lot of those names, but they have been able to develop their teams into championship caliber teams.
Absolutely.
And they are the defending champions. But the challengers are a step ahead here in game number 2, or at least in the series. Revilla finds a crease, puts it up, and this time he is able to finish.
Eric Salamat hit the deck, asking for a foul there as he tried to hound Eddie Revilla, but nice drive by the rookie with the hang time and toughness in the paint.
Now we have a timeout with Samsung Imagination Lives. Stay with us, please. Welcome back here at the Araneta Coliseum, or rather, we are back with you. And this game number 2 on a Thursday thriller for the finals of the UAAP, and every nook and cranny of this venue is filled up by both green and blue. Will it be the last day that we see each other here at the Araneta Coliseum? That is another question that we are far from answering because we are still under 3 minutes here in the first quarter in an eventful first quarter, TJ.
Oh, yeah.
Back on Austria is now in the ballgame. Joe McCollum against the rookie Maui Villanueva. Joe trying to muscle his way. Hand off to Chris Chu on a pick and pop off the glass.
And Joe saw it coming. He had a smile on his face handing that ball off to Chris Chu because Chris had separation already from his defender.
Ateneo, 4 field goals made, 4 assists of those field goals so far as they are tied now for the very first time. Sorry, my apologies, second time in the ballgame. 7 of the 24 of LaSalle. Rico has to think twice against Nonoy, and that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Nonoy is already in Rico's head.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. He is right in his head. The intimidation factor is there. And Rico has to harness that power of, I'd say, Gigil. You know, that's what it is. Gigil shot to do something good against Nonoy. He's got to take that away and just play basketball.
That's a PS Bank assist. PS Bank Maasahan. The assist courtesy of Joe Baclao. Under 2 minutes, they go back down to Job against Maui. Job bumping and grinding. No call made. The up and under move by Joe Baclao.
Well, actually, Joe looked very cautious. He knows he's got a bigger body. And you can see it in his face. He wanted to be cautious backing down against the thinner Maui Villanueva. And the refs apparently saying it was a flop. And no charge call.
You know what we always say, no flopping in the finals, no flopping in the playoffs. Another traveling infraction by De La Salle University. 6 turnovers by DLSU. They have totally caught up now here with Ateneo. Coach Franz Pumarin on your screens at a 1:34 mark. And the press signal from the bench. They force Nonoy to dribble it out. Eric entering their attack zone. 13 on their shot clock. Eric forces his way, uses the roadblock, gives it down. Joe McCollum, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Eric forces this one up, nothing there. And the tap from behind by Nonoy keeps it alive on 2 taps.
Amazing effort by Nonoy Baclao coming out of nowhere.
The extra possession man. As the foul is called of JV Casio, trying to deny Chris Chu of position. That matchup by the 5-year players, the premier players, maybe even the poster boys of these 2 schools.
And the fans here appreciating the consistency of the calls so far. Very tight are the calls of the refs. No hands allowed on your guy that you're defending, apparently, whether he's got a ball or not.
Chris Chu, talking about unfinished business, came back this year for the sole purpose of winning a championship. He felt that this team was primed. They're looking to finish it off right now. It's Ateneo's on an 11-2 run. DJ, 5 minutes and 30 seconds for that 11-2 run. Bucking a slow start. And that emotional start by LaSalle has fizzled a bit. DJ on the runner, his favorite shot doesn't get the bounce.
The challenge was there. The big man shoulder presence. Normally DJ gets that shot on the baseline where he blows by his defender.
Remember, Ateneo forced LaSalle into a 28% shooting clip in game number 1. They are number 1 in that department. Talking about Ateneo. Austria up high!
And he knew he had to give it a little bit more juice to go up high and off the top of that backboard to get past Rico Maierhofer.
Biggest lead of the ball game for the Blue Eagles. At 16-10. Down at 10 seconds here in the first quarter, and it's in JV's hands. He puts up the 3. That rims out. And Joe comes down with another rebound. 1 second. Revilla doesn't realize the time, and that's it. DLSU only 1 field goal made in the last 3 minutes, DJ.
Well, it was a hot start for them, but the guys who gave them that intensity, Simon Atkins and Ferdinand, are on the bench, and since then Ateneo has been able to pick up their momentum.
An Accenture high performance of the quarter, high performance delivered. And just so you want to know, it is a 13-2 run in the last 7 minutes for the team that is on the brink of a championship here in the UAAP. We're back back with you at the Ateneo Coliseum, and JV Castro just made 2 points to break that 13-2 run.
With a quick steal by Ateneo Levilla, because it was Ateneo ball on the inbounds.
As we look at this teardrop of a shot from JV, 8 starter points for both. As we see it on our Smart Instant replay, the bench points in Ateneo's favor right now, 8-2. Salamat recoils. Chris Chu, Yuri Escueta has come on now for Ateneo. Nonoy Baclao and Joe McCollum complete the quintet. Great cutting play by Ateneo.
And the hands are really not allowed on anybody's back.
It looks like it.
PJ Walsham had his hands on the back of Baclao. Quick foul call by the ref.
Look at that Nike hyper play of the quarter. That was the first quarter action earlier. Just do it. And Nonoy Baclao go to the free throw line right now.
Interesting, in that last play, I saw James Marahas guarding Chris Chu. That's a defensive matchup we didn't see in game number 1. Because this is a big lineup by LaSalle. Marahas is not on the floor as a power forward. He's there as a small forward because he's with Walsham and Maierhofer at the same time. So now Marahas is actually back to his original position in which he started playing LaSalle with in the last couple of years.
Well, for those who can't hear us, that's why, because of the gate attendance, 22,955 eclipsing game number 1. And if you can't hear us right now via DJ, it's because of the intense noise that the crowd is making behind us as Ateneo's lead is down to 18-14.
Rico Maierhofer giving Chris Chu something of his own medicine. A three-pointer earlier. But he's more points off the bench, what you were saying.
Yes.
Now 10 points off the bench for Ateneo.
And also the assist department on your screens briefly. Eric Salamat knocking down a jumper. Rico Maierhofer against Nonoy Baclao again. He's trying to be creative, and this time he is able to manufacture a reverse shot.
Beautiful left-handed reverse. Getting away from Baclao and Jobe. Now he gets a technical foul. I think this is for taunting. I didn't see what happened, but I'm just presuming we didn't see anything pushing or nothing. Jobe's loving it because he actually got in the head of Rico to get to that technical foul.
Now that's a personal foul, so that means that's 2. And Jobe, referee's trying to control him.
So they are very strict also with the taunting. So commend the refs for being sharp on the taunting.
Accenture high performance shot, high performance delivered.
Actually, after this shot already, Rico was staring down the crowd of Ateneo. You see it right there. And then he took a double take. He kind of thought about it for a while. Said, maybe not, maybe not.
And that's why he got the
technical. It was a shot after that.
Okay.
After he got that awesome reverse layup against Baclao and Jobe. He probably said something, and Jobe looked at Jobe in a way that the refs don't like it. See, it's a difficult situation for the refs.
Yes.
It's their discretion, what they think is taunting. Because sometimes words need not be said to be taunting.
And just like earlier, we saw right in front of us, Eric Salamat, after he made the shot, pulled out a little tongue on James Marahas.
But he's been called for that before.
Exactly.
For the tongue.
Hindi nakita ngayon. So as we mentioned, it is getting testy here at the Ateneo Coliseum. Rico now will sit down because he has 2 fouls. That's unfortunate because he just made a 3-point shot and an undergoal stab.
So 5 straight points of LaSalle coming from him. Now he's got to sit down. Unfortunately for them, he's the one that's hot.
Exactly. Chris Chu on the switch. Goes for the 3 and he gets it to go.
Bad defense there by LaSalle on the pick and roll.
Boy, is he bouncing back from that game 1. 9 points for Chris Chu. He only had 2 points in the first game and an offensive foul called on LA Revilla as we send it down to Kame De Jesus.
Pick up on your demons for the exact words of Coach Norman as he requested his boys to double or even triple their efforts in pressuring Team LaSalle. Also, Coach Norman requested his boys to put their minds in the game because the crowds may be roaring and the people and the pressure mounting for Team Ateneo has to focus and help each other on the floor. Final reminders from the coaches, stop playing the games of the referees nor the Green Archers. It is time to play our very own game, Women DJ.
Ateneo again, courtesy of Chris Chu, comes up with a style. 3 out of 5 from the field, 11 points, 3 rebounds, and he goes to the bank to deposit a twinner as we go into the Samsung timeout with Samsung Imagination Lives. This place is going nuts right now. The Araneta Coliseum as Ateneo's on a 10-point lead, the biggest of the ball game, and it is Chris Chu possibly playing his final game here in the UAAP, and boy, has he come on with 11 points, TJ.
A foul here on Yuri Escueta, who was left behind by the quick step of JV Casio going for the handoff. And going to Ateneo right now, Rabeh Al-husseini has been on the bench for about 10 minutes right now, but it's not necessary for them to miss him because Chris Chu has picked up on the offense.
Archers, man. O Eagles, laging panalo ang barkadang collected 24 hours in row. Now you can choose whether you want to win. It's all to digit 854 information. Another block. Nonoy Baclao. And again, another customer.
You just cannot go face-to-face with Nonoy Baclao. You got to do something creative to get away from him.
Chris Chu sends it back down to Nonoy. Puts it on the floor. Drives. Let's go home for the traveling. Good call.
He shuffled his feet there on that fake.
I just saw the field goals in the first quarter briefly, TJ. You might want to highlight that.
Ateneo again with their consistent defense. Only 28% from the field for Salle. That's how tight Ateneo's defense has been. Making the missed shots like that and blocking shots like that.
C2 cool and clean block. Cool plus clean. 7:05 remaining. As we mentioned, those were the numbers for Chris Chu. Actually, the last two games, he has a total of 11 points the last two games versus Salle. And today, he has really stepped it up.
Actually, if you look back even in the Final Four game, Chris only had 2 points also. So in the last two big playoff games, Chris only had 4 points combined.
It has dawned on him that this is his last game in the UAAP if they win today. Let's go to Sharon Yu from DLSU now.
With that last run move, Coach Franz had to say, guys, settle down. We're going farther and farther from our offense, and we're slowing down the ball. We attack right away. Don't rethink. And another thing, only 4 turnover points. Let's convert. Defensively, 7 assists from Ateneo before that timeout. Again, the coach is reminding the players that at times, Ateneo's guards drive, but they do not necessarily finish the layup, but they pass to an open teammate instead. So do not commit. Boom.
Thank you very much for the Samsung courtside update. It is the defense of Ateneo that's forcing them to be tentative also. And talking about that Rabeh point that you made, DJ, when Rabeh sat down, from then on, it has been a 24-9 run courtesy of Ateneo since the Rabeh Al-husseini second personal foul.
Things like that can spark the team emotionally. That's what it did for Ateneo's bench players. Guys like Salamat, Escueta, even Joe McCollum, his intensity on the floor is at a very high level, although second traveling on a big man here.
And I guess it's Ateneo's way of making a statement that, you know, it is a team beyond Rabeh Al-husseini. It is a team that is centered on him but can't deliver. Right. So far, at least, that's what they're saying with this 27-18 lead. 6:30 remaining in the second quarter. James Mangas down low. L.A. Revilla thought about it. Great on-ball defense by Eric Salamat. Revilla down to PJ. He likes that hook shot and he gets it to drop in.
Good job by PJ Walsham getting good position deep in the paint. Joe McCollum not doing a decent job of pushing out Joe.
Oh, nice pitch. Joe McCollum unstoppable when he is that close.
Not with that wide body. You cannot get close to that ball.
Under 6 minutes to play. 29-20 is the score. Boom Gonzalez, DJ Manoto, JV Casio finally decides to put a 3. And that is his first triple of the ball game. 6 points for JV, who has been quiet here in the first half. Yuri again. Bontos. Back to Yuri. Yuri underneath is blocked and fouled by the rookie Ateneo, I believe.
If you're Ateneo, you are liking the aggressiveness of the Blue Eagles in attacking the press, not just breaking it, but attacking it the last couple of plays down court.
There's a PS back assist, PS back maasahan. Joe McCollum. Powerful move underneath. Even over a big guy, PJ Walsham. Yuri Escueta on the line for the very first time. Gets that one to trickle in.
In game one, boom, Yuri Escueta was not a factor offensively at all. He had 0 points, but in the 17 minutes that he played, he was an awesome defender on JV Casio.
Yes.
Absolutely awesome. Not just on the shots that he was taking, but following him around, all the screens that JV was running through. Yuri Escueta was right there, right behind him.
How about Ateneo from the free throw line, DJ? 9 out of 11. While they'll call another offensive foul on JV Casio. That is his second personal.
Coach Franz does not like the call. Shaking his head here.
At, claiming na hinahawakan yung jersey ni JV. Let's look at that. Here comes the...
That's your screens. Well, Yuri's hands were just straight forward.
Yep.
And it was JV with the push.
Call caught.
Good angle.
Smart instant replay. Jai is back in the ball game. Hiram Bagatsing on him. Jai trying to take advantage of his speed. Salamat draws a crowd. Hesitation move. Sends it out to Baldos once again. Baldos gets free. Puts it in.
What a move by Baldos, who has shown good defense and good rebounding throughout this game so far, even back in game 1. But the offense, if he gets that for Coach Norman, that's a bonus.
Gatorade halfway point of the quarter. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel with Gatorade. And it is back to a 10-point lead. The biggest of the ball game for Ateneo. Let's look at this. The adjustment by Michael Baldos. Power move brought to you by PS Bank. PS Bank Bahasan.
Bad defense by Mangahas, letting him go and trying to gamble from behind rather than playing with your feet and staying in front of it.
I guess that's no respect for the offensive capabilities of Baldos. JV Casio momentarily gets free. Sends it out to Bagatsing for a 3. Gets that one to go.
They are going to need a lot of those from their role players, their spark plugs off the bench.
Especially from the guards, DJ. The guards have only produced 6 points. Atkins, Casio, and Revilla all have 2 as a block by PJ Walsham. But Jai Reyes puts up the 3 and a completed defensive stop by Salle with 4:19 remaining. Casio asking for the ball. The show by Baldos. Step back by JV. That's short. And the tap going to Jai Reyes. As we come up the 4-minute mark of this first half, Jai out of travel.
Tentative play there by Jai. Wasn't sure what he wanted to do. He had Eric Salamat waiting in the wings. And that's what Eric's telling him now. I was open.
10th turnover by the Blue Eagles. As Hiram Bagatsing able to send home a 3-ball. An Accenture high-performance shot. High performance delivered to cut the lead down to 7. Casio against Reyes. Maui Villanueva also back in the ball game. James Mangahas has been quiet, but it's also because he has been silenced by Nonoy Baclao. Casio, hesitation. Walsham twirls around. Another hook shot. This time it's short. Chris Chu looks at the bench. Asks for the signal for the play. 13 on their 24. Reyes shaking off the sign. Baldos asking for the ball down the basement. Couple of fakes.
3 seconds to shoot.
2 on the... Yes, that's right. Jai will force up this one in a defensive stop by De La Salle.
Good defense there by La Salle, but the bad part of Ateneo there was they got the ball at the post, but it was already late in their shot clock. Normally, they don't mind getting denied at the post, but they feed off that because they like to rotate offensively when La Salle shows some help defense at the post.
11 turnovers for Coach Norman Black's Wards. 8 for De La Salle. Ferdinand is back in the ball game. That initial emotional outburst of La Salle has fizzled here in the second quarter. JV again tries and steps back. Still no go, but you know this guy is going to shoot. Under 3 minutes. As JV Casio continues to struggle. 2 out of 6 so far from the field. Chris Chu with 8. Forces up the 3. That's long. Here comes Casio again, zigzagging. And then driving, losing it momentarily. They'll reset. Mangas, underneath, back pass.
Nice D by Baldos from behind.
Chris Chu forces this one up. And again, goes to the back.
You're we're seeing a very aggressive Chris Chu, not just from the outside, but also taking the ball on the floor and taking it to the basket.
4 out of 6 from the field, DJ, for 13 points and 3 rebounds for Chris Chu. Where is LaSalle going to get their offense? This is how it's looking right now as Casio starting to force some shots, DJ. It's becoming a one-man team so far.
Well, in game 1, we saw that problem where they had a very low number of assists and they were trying to, scramble for points. Medyo nagkakanya-kanya. They gotta avoid that. They gotta go back to team ball play and look for fluid movement.
Timeout with Samsung. Imagination lives. We're back with you here at the Araneta Coliseum as we would like to thank and acknowledge Powerade for their support of the UAAP. DJ, 54% shooting by Ateneo in the first quarter. It has even gone up here in the second. 60% shooting for this team.
Wow, that's
which
awesome.
is also scary, as you know, in basketball, especially if it's only the first half.
Because what comes up must come down. Law of averages, you may see a dip in their field goal shooting in the second half, but at least their defense, as you say, defense has no day off. If you are consistent, you can be consistent. They've held down LaSalle to less than 30% field goal shooting. And the rookie of the year showing why he is just that.
And he's untouchable right now, right? Buenafe showing the overflowing confidence on the turnaround as you look at that percentage that we were talking about.
12 for 20 for Ateneo, 10 for 27 for LaSalle.
At 37%. Atkins. Maui, again, they're looking for production somewhere else. And it will still be LaSalle ball. Now they're going to be forced. JV's on the bench, although he's coming back here. Rico Maierhofer is back with 2 personal fouls. Maui will go back to the bench. As we look at our Silverworks team of the day. Be cool, be proud with Silverworks team spirit. That's Krista, B, and Indy. There's Krista graduating from Ateneo de Manila also. 1 minute and 9 remaining here. Casio again puts up another one. He is 2 out of 8 from the field, and it has been the lack of ball movement.
You've seen a little bit too much of one-on-one plays for LaSalle.
Joe making space for himself.
He really carved space with that one big power dribble, that wide body, and the ability to get up in the air amidst that size.
And look at the lead, 39-26 Ateneo. Looking good here in the first half. Hoping to take home the bacon today as Atkins, that 3 will be denied because an offensive foul was called on a DLSU Green Archer.
On Ferdinand there on the illegal screen, trying to get Atkins open at the corner. And going back to Job's shot, he's pretty much giving what Rabeh would be giving on the floor, getting those drop passes and being consistent in putting the basket in.
And look at this. Rabeh sits down, and Ateneo establishes the biggest lead of 39-26. It is really sending a message that they're getting points from other places, and they're also doing it on defense. Chris Chu settles down the troops. 10 on the 24. They're asking to go down the basement again. And look at Salle. 4 out of 4 from the field, and what a time for him to deliver.
He is loving it. 8 points for Job McCollum off the bench.
Job McCollum, who only saw 3 minutes of action in game number 1, is very productive right now as Malabis steps on the line and a turnover for LaSalle. Ateneo is looking to shatter whatever's left of the confidence of LaSalle. They're trying to put them down right now and kick them down while they are down there.
That is the message they are trying to send, but don't count out LaSalle. They are the defending champions. If anybody has the heart and the coach to motivate them to come back in the second half, it's LaSalle. So we expect a humdinger when we come back after the break.
Chris Chu featured in our Nike Hyper Play of the quarter. Just do it. How about 13 points for him, 9 in the second quarter? And how about Joe McCollum for an Accenture high performance of the quarter? High performance delivered, and you cannot get better than that. 4 out of 4 from the field for 8 points. 75% shooting by Ateneo in the second quarter, and the lead is 41-26. Ateneo is a half away from reclaiming the championship in the UAAP.
here in this cheering exhibition brought to us with Centec, because with Samsung, imagination lives.
Well, it is 41-26 after the first 20 minutes of action. A 15-point lead, the biggest lead of the ball game established by Ateneo over the defending champions, De La Salle University. Boom Gonzalez, together with DJ Manotok for ABS-CBN Sports. This is the live and exclusive coverage of game number 2 of the finals of the UAAP. And what about the shooting of Ateneo in that first half? The second quarter was 75%. You tell me, how did they do in the first half, Ateneo? I mean, and there's nothing more that you can really say, but they have really brought on that offensive onslaught.
And you know, you got to put it into perspective how they got that 72% field goal shooting. We've seen it happen before when teams get fast breaks.
Yes.
They get steals, they get easy layups. They're doing this on the half-court execution. Without a doubt, that's phenomenal.
Without Rabeh.
Without Rabeh Al-husseini, and that is just absolutely phenomenal to have 70% field goal shooting in the second quarter alone with hardly any fast break points. But let's go deeper into the stats and let's see exactly how both teams have fared up. Ateneo, on the average for the whole first quarter, when you add the 54% field goal shooting from the first quarter, they had 65% from the field in their field goal shooting. You'd say, holy cow. I'll say that too with you. I'm so surprised at the way they're shooting so well. La Salle got better in the second quarter. The first quarter, they only shot 28%. They picked it up a bit, and they ended with 34% field goal shooting. But here's where it gets sticky. La Salle is a team who averages about 14 assists a ball game. Again, a low number of assists so far. Only 6 at the half for the Green Archers. Ateneo with 10 already. Fast break points out of this 41. Ateneo has 10 fast break points. And the bench points has been huge for Ateneo. The tables have turned.
Exactly.
20 points off the bench for Ateneo, only 13 for La Salle. Normally, you'd see La Salle in close to the 20s at the half in terms of their bench scoring, because they do average a shade under 40 points a game off the bench.
Excellent point coming into the finals. That is. All right, we will take a break, and we are moments away from the second half of this game number 2 of the finals of the UAAP. Will it be the final second half of the 71st season? We'll find out. Please come back with us. Of the UAAP, will this be the final game of the season? It will be up to La Salle, because if it's up to Ateneo, they want to end it today. And for La Salle, DJ, the biggest deficit that they overhauled at halftime here this season was the 31-42 deficit that they had against NU, and they won that ball game 79-67. That's just to go back to what happened here in season 71. Of course, this is the finals. It's very different, and this is the #1 team that they're up against. But they are, and let's not forget, the defending champions. And they still have this guy playing on his last year. JV Casio making the shot, taking the ball away. Villanueva fighting for the offensive rebound. Maierhofer with a left-handed shot. He drops to the floor hard.
So 2 quick baskets by La Salle, but they're holding their breath right now as Rico Maierhofer fell hard after that nice stretching left-handed layup.
And those 2 baskets, DJ, initiated by JV Casio.
Absolutely, JV off the double screen, getting a good look.
And he stands up and shakes it off. Dirt off your shoulders kind of a move as we look at this
Well, we'll see what happened. Where he got hit or where he landed on.
It was the landing
with the ball.
But that was a power move brought to us by PS Bank. PS Bank Maasan able to avoid the outstretched arms of Nonoy Baclao. So quick 4 points for La Salle to give it back or bring it back to 10.
You know what's interesting, Boom, is as tight as the defense, as the calls by the refs have been on hand checks, they're allowing a lot of holding and hand checking before the inbound of the ball.
Third personal.
Tries to deny the ball. Third personal grabbing. Third personal on JV Casio.
Yes, already. Another foul call.
Well, the refs have been very consistent with that call when the ball is on the floor in this whole game.
Third personal on Simon Atkins. 34 seconds have gone by here in this third quarter. And the lead is down to 10. Highest at 15.
By the way, Rabeh Al-husseini starting the second half here. Sat down pretty much the whole first half. He only played 3 minutes in the first quarter before picking up that quick 2 fouls.
Baseline drive right away. Turns the ball over. But Ateneo trying to get it back. Buenafe takes it. Rabeh underneath is denied by Rico Maierhofer.
Big block by Rico Maierhofer, and now he contains himself from any taunting or trash talking.
Nonoy and Rico fall to the floor. Simon, 13 on their shot clock. JV hesitation move, sends it out to Simon Atkins, who throws up the three, it's off to the left. Great blocking out by Nonoy Baclao.
Absolutely, I was about to say, nobody allowed Rico Maierhofer to jump near that ball with the way they box him out with their bodies.
Remember, Ateneo shot 75% in the second quarter. Chu, inside to Rabeh. Forget about it. That close.
Wide open. You don't give that open shot that close to the MVP.
Chris Chu, this time dishing out. As we look at a clear men on the floor for the LaSalle side. 2 assists for Chris Chu in this game. Atkins will try again. Still nothing from Simon Atkins, especially from that area.
You know, LaSalle is so concerned about how Ateneo likes to drive and dish. They should do more of that to get their open shots, not just from the screens, but from the kick-out passes.
Clear men on the floor, this time for Ateneo. Chris Chu. JV breaking up that play, but ball will stay with the Blue Eagles. Let's go to Sharon Yu from DLSU now.
Going to the dugout, it was like a balloon waiting to burst. You know, what Coach Franz couldn't accept was seeing our players not defending, not jumping when the opponent was shooting right in front of us. You know, it was my first time to see JV this mad. He shouted, boom. He shouted, there's no tomorrow. Let's play smart. Adding to what Coach Franz said, we have the option to move, not us. But where's our intensity? This time, no shortcuts in our offense. Fix our horrid shot selections, and most importantly, stay with me, LaSalle. Refuse to lose. Refuse to lose. Boom.
Thank you very much for the Samson courtside update. Unfortunately, they are going up against a focused and a scorching hot Ateneo team here in this ballgame. Casio, top of the circle, 3! Gets that one to go.
And you're seeing a sharper JV Casio here in the second half with a steal and 2 outside shots to start the second half.
Wala na to, TJ. He's reading
it all. Yep.
Yes, exactly. He's going to leave it out on the floor as Reyes puts up a 3 off the back iron. Safe rebound by Rico Maierhofer. 6:50 to play in the third quarter in what has been an Ateneo shooting display. 13 on the 24. JV on the handoff against Jai. JV forcing the issue, draws the foul. You know that he's going to try to carry this team. This is desperate times now for JV as we look at a power 8. Power rebound, power 8 sports is what you make it. This is the Rico Maierhofer rebound. 45-34, let's go to Carmen De Jesus from Ateneo now.
We have to play the best basketball we've ever played. Coach Norman acknowledges the efforts of Team LaSalle. That's why he called on his boys to always coordinate on the floor and to back in on the fact that we are a smart team and that we can figure things out on the floor. He also wants his boys to pick up on their defense and to lessen turnovers and the fouls. The last words of Coach Norman and the huddle: just play defense, work on the rebounding, and just win this game, boys. Boom and TJ.
Thank you very much, Carmen De Jesus, for the Samson courtside update. Casio looks spent right now. I think he's asking for he's 21 minutes in the ball game. As we look at this, Head and Shoulders crucial stop. His mind definitely on the game, not dandruff, with Head and Shoulders stop dandruff from coming back. You know, going back to Cammy's report, it's not wrong for Ateneo to treat this half as like their last 2, just like JV is.
They should, because you'd really rather not go into a game 3 and in the manner of getting there with LaSalle having a big comeback win.
Yes. They need to put this team away and not give them any sign of confidence. Maierhofer blocked by Buenafe this time.
Wow.
Buenafe.
Of all guys who has hardly any leaping ability, he got that block, and now it's a third team foul of LaSalle here in the third quarter alone.
45-34. Front court of Ateneo, TJ. 25 points, 10-14 for the front court of Ateneo. As we look at this rejection, a C2 cool and clean block. Cool plus clean. Ryan Buenafe doing his impersonation of Nonoy Baclao as we go into this timeout with Samsung Imagination Lives. Back here at the festive and electric Araneta Coliseum. Kahit graduate na, loyal pa din. But cheeseburger ka naman, McDonald's of Commander, former players from the Blue Eagles side, Wesley Gonzalez, Rich Alvarez, Fornaro. Back here, where they all started their collegiate careers. Buenafe setting up Husseini.
Beautiful pass by the rookie there on the fly, getting past two white shirts and then finding the cutting big man.
Maybe just one of the many final situations that he might play in, DJ. Foul is called, and it is on Chris Chu, I believe.
No, it's Reyes.
Reyes.
Number 5, Reyes.
It's his third. So
Let's look at this setup job. The waiter, Ryan Buenafe, and the finisher, Rabeh Al-husseini. The PS Bank assist, PS Bank maasahan.
you know, most coaches will tell you never jump to pass, but those who can master it and know where to pass before they actually jump are very, very effective.
Alam mo nang gagawin mo, iba yun eh. But if you just use the jump as to bail yourself out, that's the one that they don't want to teach, that they don't want to develop. 5:20 to play. 47-34, Bakers doesn't lead. Revilla will try his hand at a three. They needed that one.
More importantly, they need it from other people other than JV Casio.
He's now not playing. He's on the bench. Chris Chu waiting for more teammates as we get into our Gatorade halfway point of the quarter. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel with Gatorade. As we look at Rabeh, who continues to sparkle, the MVP of the 71st season of the UAAP, is knocking down face-up jumpers. 9 of the 10 players that have entered the game for Ateneo have scored at least 2 points, and it is Reyes who has not scored in this game yet.
And looking at the other side for LaSalle Boomer, we're talking about role players that need to step up. Guys who haven't scored. What about the guy named Mahakas and the guy named Marua? They're both scoreless. 0 points on the board for them.
And those are 2 of the guys that we mentioned in game number 1 that have to be in double figures together with Rico and JV, because in all of their wins, they average double figures. JV. They're looking lost right now. There's no offensive balance for LaSalle right now.
Well, at the half, we mentioned LaSalle only had 6 assists. This is a team that's averaging 15 assists a ball game in the elims and coming into the Final Four and the finals.
4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the third. Casio and a little more time to shoot this one. JV continues to plug away, continues to fight. The defending champion looking for his 3rd championship. JV Casio with 15 blocks.
Another foul here on the dribble. The ref's really not allowing any bumps, any hand checks on the guy with the ball.
There's that little step back by JV Casio, an Accenture high-performance shot. High-performance delivered 3rd triple by Casio. 4 out of 7 from beyond the arc for JV. 1 out of 5 though, DJ, in the 2-point area. Salamat gets out of jail, but the ball was taken away.
Good trap there by LaSalle at the post.
Casio asking for the ball.
Although he still looks tired.
He's very tired. We cannot measure the size of the heart of this guy right now. He's just cutting it out. Rico had to put on the looper over Rabeh Al-husseini. LA will try another 3. Still no goal, and Rabeh comes away with his first rebound of the game.
Well, he did not play practically the first half. He only had 3 minutes before picking up his 2 quick fouls.
Ryan against James. You know, James doesn't have his offensive game going because he has had a hard time against the rookie who's bullying his way.
And just when you think it's a rookie with no championship experience would have a harder time against a veteran with championship experience like Mangahas.
Janine D is our Samsung fan of the day, 22 years old. DLSU is rooting for JV Castro, and a foul called. Is this on Rabeh?
Number 11, BJ Wilson.
So it is on BJ.
That's his second.
It's just Rabeh reacting to the second personal foul of BJ Wilson.
That's penalty already for LaSalle.
The MVP on the line. You know, speaking of awards, that you hosted the awards this season, 11 of the 17 awards given on the seniors division were captured by Ateneo. And add to that, as we've mentioned it many times, in a lot of the categories, offensively and defensively, Ateneo has been on top of the ladder.
Right. It's not just the offense. They've been so consistent on both ends of the ball.
A lot of people think this is their championship to lose, especially being up 1-0, and Maas continues to struggle from the floor. 49-40, but this is very manageable. DJ, it's only a 9-point lead.
Absolutely, only a 9-point lead here. But what you want to see coming to the fourth quarter, aside from the lead going down, as you see this tough move by Buenafe,
Something that we've seen from him many times.
but he gets the offensive rebound.
Ryan takes it back with a fresh shot clock, which is down to 16 now, baseline drive. And he sees Rico Maierhofer closing the door. Ateneo calls a timeout here with Samsung Imagination Lives. You're watching game number 2 of the finals of the UAAP. Back here at the Araneta Coliseum, some former players who know how they feel, or who know how it feels to be in an Ateneo finals, Ateneo LaSalle finals. Michael Tess, Joseph Yo, joining us here at the Araneta Coliseum. JV steps back for another three. He is willing his team back.
Incredible. He is tired. We know that. We can see it. But he's saving his energy for his shots.
5 out of 8 from beyond the arc. 6 out of 13 all in all.
And this is only a 6-point lead, Boom.
You know, you cannot tune out of Studio 23 right now, because moments like these, DJ, sometimes you will miss on something special. And JV Castro now looking to put on a special performance for LaSalle.
But that was only the second field goal of LaSalle in the third quarter. Both field goals have come from JV Castro for LaSalle.
Another technical foul call.
Is it on Rico? If that's on him, he's out of the game.
I think it is. We'll see.
We'll try to get the replay on what was happening. The ball was not live yet. The ball was not inbounded. The ref saw, he's claiming, he's motioning, he saw a dirty finger flash by Rico.
Coach Franz Pomaren is bleeding right now. We are at 49-43. Now this is the closest that LaSalle has come to this 15-point lead, which was erected by Ateneo earlier, courtesy of JV Castro. Let's look.
We'll see if we catch it. Here's Rico Maierhofer on the right of your screens there. The ball's dead. He's fixing his shorts. He does. Nope. He wasn't calling Rabeh, he was giving him a finger, from what I saw.
But I don't...
Or was he called, why would he call the guy guarding? Was it a finger? Tough to call. From what you saw. Maybe we have a different angle. But then again, if you go to ask why would you do that in plain sight? He was motioning something, definitely, either to Rabeh or
to a teammate,
behind.
I don't know if it was just in the form of a finger or...
And the ball actually, sorry, my correction, the ball was not dead. It was on an offensive rebound. Ateneo was resetting the play.
But Rico is still on the floor, so that means...
It's a different infraction?
Probably. I have never heard of anything like it. Because he was called for a technical foul earlier. Now this is really strange. And it comes at the heels of JV Castro making a three to cut it down to 6.
So we're gonna try to get a clarification from the technical committee here.
And we're gonna take a look at it again. We're gonna magnify it a bit.
Okay.
To see if he was motioning
he's fixing his shorts. We gotta move that thing. There was a finger. I don't know
if it was
the index finger or the middle finger.
It's so blurry and we can't see it, but we can't call it. and speculate, TJ, and
Right,
say
but
that
whatever the case, the refs made the call, and this
Yes.
cannot be corrected. That is
Obviously.
a judgment call of the refs on what they deem as taunting or a motion or a hand gesture or verbal, slurs uttered on the court to either the players, the coaches, or the team's fans.
And for those of you just tuned in, this has been established from the start of the game, TJ, diba? From the get-go. The referees were already calling.
They were so
offside,
tight.
yes.
They were so tight. And the tauntings, we've had technicals, we've had warnings on the tauntings, and even very rarely we saw technicals on taunting the crowd when a player taunted the crowd.
Exactly. Something we haven't really heard in a long time. 22,955 in attendance here at the Araneta Coliseum. And I know TJ's trying to clarify the matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's
Here's an announcement.
technical foul on Rico Maierhofer.
So he's out.
Rico Maierhofer out of the playing court.
He's out. And Coach Frank Palatin asks Rico not to complain anymore.
So we'll try to see if we can magnify this.
You know what I want to see though, TJ? And that is so not clear.
But if you're calling your teammate who's guarding another player, why would you call him away? To come to you.
That's why. This is why I want to.
Or also, why would you do that in plain sight?
What I want to see, just to be fair, is the play before that.
What instigated that?
developed,
Yeah.
yes.
What made that develop?
Was he calling on Casio who was behind Rabeh? Or was it really a finger? Those are the
But
questions.
Casio was guarding Buenafe.
Exactly.
So if you'd ask, why would you want Casio to go to you
Well, we don't
if he's
know.
sticking to Buenafe?
Exactly, we don't know the
On the
explanation.
other side, why would a player in the heat of the action give a finger
Exactly.
in the middle of the game? When he's pointing now to his teammates, say, you gotta win this one. He's revving up his teammates. He's trying to rev up the LaSalle crowd before he exits to the dugout.
The two technical fouls were called both by referee Magbantay, DJ. The first one was at the 8:35 of the second quarter. The second one was at the 1:31 mark of the third quarter. The problems are compounding now for Coach Franz Pamarin.
And that is very rare. In this whole season, I haven't seen a player thrown out when technicals were done.
So, well, the call sticks, obviously. And so the disadvantage now for LaSalle is Rico Maierhofer, 7 points, 3 rebounds. Now move out. It is up to the rest of this LaSalle squad, especially James Maras. 0 out of 6 from the field.
Right. Now he has to step up from the inside because Rico was giving them the inside points. Ferdinand had a good start the first quarter. Ever since he's vanished.
5 on the shot clock. Baclao almost again getting that one to go. JV benefited from the rest of that play that was halted earlier.
Well, pulling this out, the wider perspective move, this half starting the 15-point lead by Ateneo, and now it's down to 7. So good job so far by LaSalle.
Finally, just as I said, 0 out of 6. Now finally, it's 1 out of 7. And that's 2 threes, and that's a foul by Casio. And for Casio, that is foul number 4.
It's going to be 2 free throws for Eric Salamat as they earn the penalty. That is a clear foul.
He knows that, and he knows it. As we look at our Nike Hyper play of the quarter, this is Rabeh Al-husseini earlier. 38 seconds remaining. This lead is down to 4. Unfortunately, no Rico Maierhofer and JV Casio with 4 personal fouls, and they will have to sit him down, DJ, and not risk it because obviously he's a very valuable player for LaSalle. Salamat will go to the line for 2 free throws. Salamat now. There's a little threat coming from LaSalle here. This is a run. So let's see how these two teams react, DJ, to what has transpired here in a venue that is heaving with tension. And that is an understatement. moments. And we're even in the third quarter. 30 seconds remaining. Ateneo 1 out of 6 from the line here in the third quarter. Salle has not shot a free throw. Walsham will go back to that hook once again. Hiram Baclao is fouled.
Big offensive rebound there. The little guy sneaking in. Nobody noticing him in there. Getting an offensive rebound and picking up the foul. Nonoy Baclao. That's his first foul. The guy with so many blocks today only getting called for his first foul. Job comes back in the game. Rabeh Al-husseini a breather. And Job has had an awesome game so far. 8 points in the first half. Free throws for the game so far. Ateneo, not so good. 10 for 17. Salle 2 for 4.
13.4 seconds if you just tuned in. Rico Maierhofer already out of the ball game on 2 technical fouls. I know you guys will all have your own debates and interpretations of what you saw on your screens. It's pretty tough to call with the angle and the blurry vision.
Oh, big block by Baclao.
That was a getaway already. That was a getaway by Villa, but PJ Walsham got the consolation prize with a foul from Job to Baclao.
He picked up the garbage and found a little bit of gold here by getting the foul on Job and 2 more free throws. Imagine, with everything that Salle has gone through in this quarter, with still miserable field goal shooting, they have the chance to trim this lead down to 2 before the start of the fourth quarter.
And when this becomes close, Salle likes it that way. Walsham. We'll see now, DJ, what Salle is going to be made of in a situation like this, and we'll see how Ateneo will respond.
Questions for Salle. Does JV Casio have enough gas in the tank amidst the fact already he's saddled by 4 personal fouls?
And that will do it for the third quarter. 50-47. As we look at a Accenture high performance of the quarter. This is Rabeh showing the face-up jumper. But it is Salle, DJ, with a 13-3 run in the last 5-10 of the third quarter. JV Casio, 4 fouls, 24 minutes. Can he will this team back in game number 2? Stay with us, please. This is ABS-CBN Sports Live and exclusive coverage of the finals of the UAAP at the best of 3. We are in game number 2. 22,955 people watching the 61st meeting between these 2 teams in their history. And then Ateneo is at 35-26. DLSU leads Ateneo 35-26 in terms of meetings. As we look at our Jollibee Barkada of the day, Jolly Crispy Fries and Best Friends Fries. Have your pictures taken at the Jollibee Barkada booth and get a chance to win cool gadgets. Fourth quarter is underway. Boom Gonzalez, DJ Manoto. That's Ateneo and Salle. Game 2 of the finals. And a foul committed as you look at the third quarter. Field goals, DJ, the 9 points of Ateneo is the lowest they've had against Salle in this whole season 71. As we check out a Jack and Jill fantastic moment, life is fun.
But that was a big run by Salle, causing turnovers in Ateneo. It wasn't the field goal shooting by Ateneo was a problem. It was their turnovers in third quarter.
Plus, medyo konting swerte ang Salle sa 3-point shooting, 6 out of 10.
The whole game so far.
As for the third quarter, actually. Yun na yun, no? Yun na yun.
We saw 6 3-pointers in third quarter.
Oh, sorry. After the third quarter.
After the third. Or did we?
Well, we just confirmed it is.
JV had a bunch. Should have been affiliated.
JV had 5.
5, there you go.
4, sorry. 4.
Maierhofer had 1.
That's right.
So Reyes had 1. You're right.
Correct. 6 out of 10 in the third quarter. Mangas. No luck there. Walsham blocked by Rabeh on the left-handed attempt and a foul call on Hiram Bagatsing. Rabeh staring down PJ Walsham.
It was a stand-up block even. Rabeh didn't even have to jump.
Sharon Yu has this report from the DLSU side.
I went with Rico at the dugout room, and to hear his side, he was calling out to his teammate JV, motioning his index finger to the ring and calling him out to rebound. And I quote, Natuto na ako sa first technical ko. Bakit ko gagawin ulit? Onto the huddle boom. The reminders are all back to basics. Aside from the plays and matchups, we have to do our defensive and offensive execution right and stop fouling. If everything is in check, then we will see you all on Sunday. Boom.
Thank you very much, Sharon Yu, for the Samson courtside update. Wow,
These are 3 quick fouls, Boom, on LaSalle as they try to put the most pressure on their full-court press. Absolutely, any contact by a defender on a guy with the ball, there's a whistle. And it's tighter now than in game 1, Boom.
Yes, it
It's
is.
much tighter. Oh. Yeah. Chris was trying to get over the shoulder because the left arm of Malabes was impeding him. But, you know, that was the second motion already. But the foul was before that.
Smart instant replay capturing that. You guys be the judge of the way the calls are now, being very, very tight. And another foul will be called on Badel Malabes on a push to 3-point attempt.
This one, Coach Franz concedes. He doesn't complain and tells Badel to cool it because he did hit the leg of Chris on his landing. You have to allow a shooter space to land, even if you're a defender with forward momentum.
Pasugod pa yung pasugod. You can question the other one, but this one, no question on that one. A smart instant replay catching that. And Chris Chu, 5 out of 5 from the free throw line, did not score in the third quarter after scoring 13 in the first half, 9 in the second quarter. That's the new MVP on your screens. A mythical selection teammate, member Chris Chu, 6 out of 6 from the line. Now the lead that was down to 3, back up to 5. Now 6. All season long, Chris Chu has been incredible from that line. Remember the first meeting where he shot 17 out of 19 from the free throw line, the first ever meeting in season 71. Atkins has missed every single shot he has attempted. 4 triples. He's 0 out of 4. Barua, still nothing from him. Double team on Al-Husseini, that's short.
What a forced shot there, but still a lot of time on the shot clock. He gets a double team at that.
Last field goal made by Ateneo was at 4:41 of the third quarter. That's a 2 points by Al-Husseini. Barua loses it. Oh no, it will be Ateneo ball.
Ref saying it was off his chest. The whole bench of LaSalle up in arms. Coach Franz, calm. Here's that play. A good call. It was even off his arms. There was no swipe on the ball. Oh, there was a swipe by Salamat, pushing the ball towards the direction of Barua.
Nevertheless, it is now Ateneo ball. Buenafe sends it out to Salamat. Quick release. And Walsham picks up some scraps.
No, the problem, Ateneo has not been humming the way they were in the first half, Boom.
Exactly, which is what we pointed out at halftime. When you're shooting 75%, it makes you wonder. It gets a little scary as the averages will go down in the second half. And right now, this is only a 6-point lead. 7 minutes to play.
Ateneo did shoot 40% in the third quarter. They were 4 for 10. But as you said, no field goals since the 4-minute mark of that third quarter.
That's right, 7 minutes. The drought is 7 minutes and counting. For Ateneo, JV is tired.
He doesn't even want to bring down the ball.
Yes.
He'll just try to shoot when he can.
This is really up to his teammates right now. BJ still nothing underneath.
Now you're seeing Ateneo do it on the defensive end. Eric Salamat on the floor with cramps.
6:38 to play. The season of LaSalle on the line. Let's go to Kame De Jesus from Ateneo.
Do not leave your teammates behind. Look for them on the court and make use of them. Coach Norman wants to see more ball movements from the Blue Eagles this quarter. If they play it quick, then play the game of speed that LaSalle is playing. Just be reminded to play a defense at all times, especially on the perimeter. Final call to the boys to react fast and react appropriately to LaSalle. Boom and TJ.
Thank you, Kame, for the Samson courtside update. We understand the perimeter defense that they want to kick off because of the 6 out of 10 shooting in the third quarter for De La Salle. Eric Salamat hobbling now to the bench. Cramps creeping up. The 6:38 mark of the fourth quarter.
Back in Austria, who hadn't played much today. He's on the floor now for Ateneo.
20 minutes for Eric Salamat on the floor. Buenafe attracting the double team. Al-husseini again. The struggles continue for Ateneo. And Salle has not been able to take advantage
Exactly,
yet.
because Ateneo is going to their strength on the other end with their defense.
And that has made them the #1 team in the league.
I think if they're going to win this championship, they're going to win it on the defensive end.
Bhagat Singh, a prayer not answered. You know, all throughout the season, we've said it, even in the the ugly games, that Ateneo has been able to prevail, even in the games that they really shot so poorly, they have been able to put up the defensive stops on the other end. So it's like the mentality, if we're not going to shoot, you're not going to shoot either. Buenafe sets up back on Austria for 3. Overcooks that one. But, oh, sorry, this is Baclao taking it away.
And he was amidst the little guys. Remember, Nahas is playing power forward, but he's only 6'3", going up against a much bigger Baclao with longer wingspan.
5:35 to play in this final quarter. The weave play. Baclao handing it over to Reyes. Forces up another one. Still no go. Offensive rebound by Ryan Buenafe.
He has been tough on the boards in this series. Remember, in game 1, he had 11 rebounds. Talking about Ryan Buenafe, and today he has helped out a lot also on the boards.
4th personal. Bhagat Singh will move out. Maui Villanueva will come back in. And a sea of green. Is this going to be the last time we see that here at the Arenata?
And Salle, boom, with 5:20 to go, is already in the penalty. And no thanks to the quick 3 fouls that they were called at the beginning of the quarter on their press, on their full-court press.
Coach Franz Pumaren hoping to extend the series. Coach Norman looking for a jewel that has eluded him the last 2 years. KFC delivers finger-licking moments. 887-8888. KFC Surfers, again, that's 887-8888. Just in time for dinner. At 5:10 to play. Ateneo wants it to be the final 5:10 of season 71.
Back on Austria will be called for this foul. Bumping out Revilla on the side, and that is first foul. But the team foul situation for Ateneo is they have, that is their first team foul for Ateneo. First team foul for Ateneo. Fourth quarter.
This is Rico Maierhofer watching on the malapit sa dugout, watching the game on TV as Manahas is 1 out of 10 from the field. As we look at our Gatorade halfway point of the quarter, rehydrate, replenish, and refuel with Gatorade. Again, Salle has not been able to take advantage, and now Manahas has become tentative. 1 out of 11 offensive rebound again for Salle, and they still haven't made a dent in this 7-point lead.
Ateneo not being able to collar the defensive rebound in this possession. All the balls have been long rebounds.
Barua will try his hand. Still nothing for DLSU on 3 trips to the buffet table.
They were all outside shots, man. All outside shots.
Exactly. Reyes. Down to Rabeh. Doesn't get the roll.
Remember, still no field goal for Ateneo this whole fourth quarter. And I think, if I'm not wrong, it goes all the way back since the 4 minutes.
Exactly.
The third.
4 minutes to play. Barua chased by Austria. Manahas has no confidence shooting anymore. Walsham bumped. Today, finally they cut down this lead to 5.
A lot of time to go, boom. A lot of time to go. But the difficulty for Salle, the challenge for them, no JV Casio on the floor, no Rico Maierhofer on the floor, no on the bench, and a bad pass by Jai Reyes. Wow, and Austria couldn't recover.
You know, that was actually LaSalle's first field goal also. 1 out of 11. Ateneo's 0 out of 8 so far. And both these teams, DJ, need this Samson timeout. With Samson, imagination lives. 3:37 left to play in game number 2.
Ay na, wala na kami ni Marty.
Okay lang yan, friend. Naka-smart buddy na ako eh.
It really hurts.
At may limited texting pa ako.
Nakikinig ka ba? It's over.
Okay lang yan.
There are many fish in the sea. At tinext ko na silang lahat.
Mag-smart pa rin na rin kayo. Buy a SIM, load your first 30, at meron ka ng unlimited text. Tindi!
Hi, I'm Mark.
I'm single.
What your mind can conceive, your body can achieve. Pharmaton gives you vitamins, minerals, and ginseng G115, plus Dienol to help enhance brain power. Pharmaton.
You cannot waver in your commitment to the customers. Kung may tumamang big calamity, nung height ng Typhoon Milenyo, ang mga empleyado namin hindi umuwi yan. Because this is the time when the public needs you the most. Kung maraming dumidepende sa iyo, kailangan maaasahan ka. You have to be always there and always give your best. We want to assure our customers that when they turn on that switch in their homes, the lights go on. That is our commitment to the public.
We are back with you at the Araneta Coliseum for game number 2 of the finals between La Salle and Ateneo. La Salle down in this series as Ateneo took game number 1 as we look at our right, burning blue. Monte fit right, most refreshing way to burn. 1 out of 11 from the field for La Salle, 0 out of 8 for Ateneo in the fourth quarter, which is down to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Those are the numbers on your screens.
That's not the way you want to finish out a game, either team.
Inside, Walsham is denied. He saves Kerchu.
That was a big block. That was a big shot because you would have given Walsham so much confidence. That would have been his back-to-back baskets.
That is his third block of the game. He had 7 in game number 1. Baclao. And a reach-in foul.
They're not allowing it, Boom.
James
No matter how close you are to getting it clean, you swipe from behind, there's a whistle.
Let's look at our Alaksan fast release. Basta body pain. Agad talab ang Alaksan FR. That's the PJ Walsham hook earlier. The lone field goal of La Salle in the fourth.
Of any team in the fourth.
Actually, yes. Now, Ateneo survived 23 turnovers to pull off game number 1. They have to, if they want to win this championship, they have to survive horrendous shooting here in the fourth quarter. They have to overcome it. La Salle still has 1 push in them, especially with a JV Castro there. With 3:02 remaining.
It's only a 6-point lead.
Exactly. 1 huge basket can change the complexion.
This is a
of the
big
game.
possession. If Ateneo wants this and wants a comfortable lead to come into the last 2 minutes, they need a big defensive stop here.
And forget everything else that has transpired in the last 3 quarters. Castro. Another 3 minutes to play. Jai. Oh, that's an offensive foul. And that's it.
That's 5 fouls on JV Castro. And nobody contests it from the La Salle bench.
And with that, will the La Salle chances go down the drain too? Jai Reyes staying with JV Castro. Jai playing excellent lateral defense, all caught on our smart instant replay.
Well, you're going to have a hero come out of the shadows here for La Salle. No Rico Maierhofer, no JV Castro. This is going to be a magical one if La Salle will pull this off.
Again, I did say in the pregame, it's the final sometimes. It is an initiation, and it is a coming of age. MVP missing. And speaking of coming of age, how about Nonoy Baclao in season 71, giving them the 8-point lead right now with 2 minutes and 17 seconds left. And
lifts the spin, lifting the pivot foot before the ball was put on the floor.
Moment, ang sarap dito. A critical moment of the ball game emotionally, DJ, for Ateneo and LaSalle. This last 2 minutes brought to you by PS Bank. Simple lang, will LaSalle fold emotionally here, as they have not been able to take advantage of the miserable shooting of Ateneo in the fourth. Looking up at Baclao. Baclao with an offensive rebound. 10 rebounds for Nonoy Baclao. 5 offensive, 5 defensive. 3 points.
Huge game for Nonoy Baclao. And then 3 blocks. Only one foul. Only going to go for 1 foul.
Reyes gets it to Salle. And LaSalle is staring at the barrel right now, DJ. Where are they emotionally? They will have to check themselves. With the Samsung timeout, Samsung imagination lives. We're back here at the Araneta Coliseum, and TJ, you're looking at a stunned De La Salle side. Here at the Big Dome. On the other hand, a mini celebration is already beginning. All of the Ateneans behind us on the other side of the Big Dome are all standing up. And why not? They are 1 minute and 17 seconds away. Barua throws up a 3. Still nothing. Both teams have only 1 field goal in this fourth quarter.
It is the ugliest fourth quarter we've seen this year.
Yes.
Not just the finals nor the playoffs, the whole year.
Ugliest, at least in terms of the attempts and conversions, or lack thereof. Barua, escape dribble, tries again, still short, puts up a floater off the glass, still nothing. Manahas, finally, still no go. Fourth attempt, Baclao denies them on the fourth block. And Chris Chu gets the rebound. 50 seconds away from reclaiming the title. It is 59-49. Again, 7 out of the 14 times Game 1 winner has gone on to sweep the series, and Ateneo is looking poised to doing that right now, DJ.
2 free throws now going to be given to Jai Reyes on that foul. Salle is in the penalty. If Jai hits these 2, that's pretty much it. That's the icing on the cake. 12-point lead with 40 seconds to go. But then again, we've seen miracles happen before.
There is a little celebration going on already on that bench of Ateneo. Jai Reyes, how about the story for this guy? When he came into the seniors, nobody believed that he could be a legit point guard for this team.
Because
DJ.
he was too small. But the heart of Jai Reyes and his shooting,
especially
what really carried him in his career here in the seniors.
Especially here in the second round of this season. PJ will try again. Nothing. Walsham underneath continues to fight. He has the only field goals actually of LaSalle in the fourth quarter. 31 seconds. These 2 teams have met 3 times in the finals. This is the 4th, and Ateneo has that advantage, 2-1.
Right.
Although LaSalle obviously has more titles.
That's his 4th.
Jai and Chris are now beginning to celebrate. They're looking at L.A. Revilla. His first time here in the finals, his first year in the UAAP. An initiation for L.A. Revilla and the rest of the rookies.
And looking at the league in a wider perspective,
Yes.
boom, you're looking at Ateneo that will only lose 2 veterans.
Chris Chu
and Yuri Escueta. They will still have the MVP. They will still have the defensive player of the year.
What about the rookie of the year?
Of course, you'll still have the rookie of the year for
And
another
they'll
4
still
years.
have that guy.
Coach Ramon Black.
A testament to Coach Norman Black, again coming in as a consultant. And what about the heartbreak and the close calls, for Ateneo in 2006 and 2007? This team was the one that eliminated them in the stepladder format, beating them only twice in 5 outings, and yet they got to the finals, talking about LaSalle. And now if they beat LaSalle, which they are 10 seconds away from doing so, they have beaten them 4 times in 1 season. And Ateneo are the champions of the 71st season of the UAAP. It is all over. It is all over. And the celebration begins here
He's right all over us.
The MVP towers over us here. Celebration commences for this Ateneo squad and this Ateneo crowd that has outnumbered LaSalle today, 16-40 at least in the Araneta Coliseum.
What a dream season for Coach Rabeh Black. Overall record, 15-1. What a way to win it.
Against your arch rivals.
And against your arch rivals at that.
Against a team that has frustrated you many times. Your assessment, we'll get to that celebration later, TJ, but De La Salle University, I want you to have something to say about the defending champions who are now dislodged.
Well, they gave it their all. They fought with all their heart. You saw how La Salle had to make a run, you know, looking back at the run to the Final Four against FEU, that, you know, the down the stretch race to get the twice-speed advantage, and it turned out that neither of them got ahead, and they had to go into a virtual best-of-3. They had the poise, the playoff poise, winning 2 very close games against FEU. The question is, did that burn them out? Did that burn them out coming into the finals?
That's a good point. JV Castro, what a career he has had.
Incredible, and you know,
the UAAP.
You can't ask for anything more. JV Castro, 2 championships, a part of
a lot of big shots.
and of that end of the run of La Salle's straight championships. He was there. He was a part of it. Same with Reyes. A lot of questions on JV Castro being small, undersized.
Yes.
MVP in the juniors, but going into the seniors, how would he develop? It was at one big shot in a finals game.
Exactly.
That made it the floodgates open for JV Castro. So for the graduating veteran JV Castro, our hats off to you.
And the emotions now overflowing for the guys in blue. On a final note for De La Salle, the 51 points, TJ, the lowest score of DLSU since the computerization of our stats, which was in 2004, I believe. Sorry, 2000.
This is not the finals.
Right. Yeah, in any game. August 14, when they had 52 points, that was against FEU, but now 51. And again, that is only a testament to what Ateneo has done this whole season. They have turned into a lockdown team, and it is defense that has won Ateneo the championship. We will be back with a celebration here at the Araneta Coliseum. Back here at the celebration of the Ateneo Blue Eagles, the champions of the season 71 of the UAAP. To magnify the point that you made for game number 1, where Ateneo forced La Salle to 28% shooting today, 27% shooting for DLSU.
Even better.
Even better for them.
In terms of the defensive intensity.
That's right. So another defensive win for Ateneo. The biggest win for them in this reclaiming of the crown. Samsung best player, TJ.
Without a doubt. The guy who I personally saw his frustration after game 1 amidst the win. I spoke to him. He's like, I'm happy we won, but I'd rather be on the floor, even if to just make assists. He just wants to be a part of it. He's not looking for his points. But boy, did he turn it up today, knowing that it could be his last game.
Yep.
And if he gets the win, it will be, and he turned on the juice today.
You talk about frustration. What about his frustration since 2006? He was balling after that loss against UST. Our Samsung winning break brought to you by Samsung. I want you to break this down, TJ.
Well, this was the big offensive rebound by Nonoy Baclao. And not the usual offensive rebound that lands in your spot and you grab it. He had to fight for it, tap it to himself, tiptoe the baseline, tap it to a teammate, and then eventually Reyes drove it down the middle and got that floater to drop. And that was only, I think, the second or third field goal of Ateneo the whole fourth quarter.
The composure and confidence of that guy on your screens also, you know, one of the intangibles, Ryan Buenafe, a contributing factor here in the win of Ateneo. I got a special mention of Nonoy Baclao. Chris Chu started it off, but Nonoy Baclao finished off the masterpiece that Chris Chu laid out for Ateneo. And Chris Chu, still the KFC court colonel of the game, leading his teammates. The KFC court colonel, it's finger licking good. And we'll take a quick break. More of the celebration here at the Araneta Coliseum as the Blue Eagles take this crown for the 71st season of the UAAP. Back here at the historic venue that has seen a lot of celebrations, a lot of heartache too, but a lot of celebrations. This one, 6 years in waiting for the Ateneo Blue Eagles. And speaking of them, let's go to Kame De Jesus. Who do you have with you, Kame?
Yes, Room, I have two of the members of the winning team this year. We have Reyes and Rabeh Al-husseini. Jai, the point guard and the veteran. I have one question for you. Dapat ikaw yung nag-lead ng game all the time. Ano ba yung reminder ni Coach Norman sa'yo parate?
Coach just always says, play defense, forget about everything and just play defense. And it's true. Michael Jordan said it, offense wins games, but defense wins championship. So we all did a great job. My hats are off to my coaches, to everyone who supported. To the Ateneo community, thank you! Woo!
Alright, we heard it from Jai. Ngayon naman, Rabeh, ikaw. We saw you at the first half of the game out, pero ikaw yung nanalo na MVP, Most Improved Player, Medical Vibe, and you're part of the winning team. Ano ang feeling, Rabeh?
Grabe, sobrang overwhelming. Hindi ko talaga inakala na mag-champion kami ngayon. So, yung first half of ako, foul trouble. Second half, I came in para tulungan ko yung team ko. Tapos, it turned out na naging maganda naman. So, we won the championship.
Will we be seeing you next year, Rabeh?
You will. You will be seeing me next year. Thank you to the people there. Thank you to Ateneo. Thank you.
What a big fight. Now, we will be checking out Portia for more updates from the other players. Portia? All right, Kame, dreams do come true. And while everyone is celebrating with me today, here is Defensive Player of the Year, Nonoy Baclao. So, Noy, first of all, congrats.
Thank you.
Oo, alam mo, matagal-tagal ka pinasok ni Coach ngayong laro na ito. Ano yung iniisip mo kung time na nasa court ka?
Manalo at saka kahit anong sakit ng katawan, parang gusto ko ulit akong manalo.
Ayan, ang tunay na champion, Nonoy. At sabihin mo sa amin, ano yung pinakamalagang tip ni Coach sa inyong buong season?
Forget the offense, just play the defense.
Alright, thank you so much. At ngayon naman kami, kasama ko si Eric. Salamat. So Eric, salamat. 4 na taon natin itong hinintay. Ano ang mga sasabi mo?
Wala sabihin pero sobrang saya talaga eh.
Alright, preparations. Ano yung mga nakatulong sa inyo bilang isang team para makaabot tayo dito?
Siguro yung pagiging hardworking namin sa practice kasi sa practice pa lang pinapakita na namin na kung gaano kami gusto manalo ngayong game na to eh.
Alright, thank you so much. And alright, back to you, Kame. Let's check you out. Thank you, Portia. Now I have here with me the captain ball of the Blue Eagles, Chris Chu. Chris, you've seen the team for 4 years. It's your last playing year. Ngayon, what do you think makes this year's team the winning team?
Well, it's the character of the guys. You know, everybody stepped up to the occasion. Even the coaching staff was great all throughout. They motivated us. They pushed us to improve. Everybody stepped up. You know, of course, Rabeh, Nonoy, and everybody.
There's one big light for all of us now. On behalf of the team, what's the message to all the fans out there?
Well, just thank you so much for sticking with us all these years. You know, I know we've disappointed you a couple of times the last couple of years, but you know, you've stuck with us all throughout. And here, finally, we got it, 2008. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And we heard it from the Blue Eagles. Now it's back to you, Boom and
Thank
TJ.
you, Kame. What an exit for Chris Chu in his collegiate career, a culmination of his great collegiate career. He goes out with a championship which will erase the heartbreak of 2006 and the heartbreak of 2007.
Proud father there, Jerry Chu.
There you go. And
Congratulatory hug to his son who worked so hard for this one.
And again, scenes from the celebration here at the Ateneo Coliseum, and that's not even over. We're barely scratching the surface, folks. We'll take a break.